promise, I'm going to do another video of the Tweed Deluxe. Fender made these amps from like, I don't know, 57, 58, 59 time frame. That's what I build. I do some modifications to them, but this is my main amp. I quit hauling around my super reverb and did this first build. I don't know, 10 years ago. I can't remember. But here's what this thing looks like. You see, it's got two inputs. Actually, two on one side and one normal on the other side. Two volumes, one tone, and the volumes interact. So if you're plugged into this, which is the bright channel, which is this volume, and moving this one around, they interact. You find a sweet spot, but you'll see them red marks on there. That's kind of where I'm at with my playing style. But what I'll do is I will give you a lowdown on this, and I'll use my 59 Les Paul here. I've got the volume set on the input that I'm in at, let's see, 4. And the secondary input, volume input, which interacts, I've got set at 5, or I'm sorry, 10. And my tone is, I don't know, 9.5. Now, it's coming through iPhone speaker. If you wonder what them 4 dots are right there, that's where I place. If I'm doing any recording or we're playing live, you put my Sennheiser 906 right there. So, with that said, my guitar volume in the rhythm position, I have it at 8, and I've got the tone at, let's take a look, 5. And in my treble position, I run the volume 7 or so with the tone at 3. So I'll start in the rhythm position, and again, there's no pedals on this amp. All the drive is going to be based upon where you put your volume control on your guitar, right? So and how hard you pick, right? So you can tell there's just a hair, there's just a little bit of gain. On that, but if I pick lighter, or if I back off to 7 on the volume, I find that 7 on the volume, it's pretty clean, you know. Pretty clean, and even in a rhythm position on about 7. You leave it at 7 and go to the middle position. You can hear there's rhythm. There's middle. There's treble. Oops, there's treble. Back to middle. And if I bump leave the rhythm position at 7 and bump the treble up to about 8.5. Gives you just enough to cut through, right? So you can get pretty articulate with this thing. Excuse the tuning. I just put strings on, but this amp is sensitive to how hard you hit, to how soft you play, to volume swells. You know, so if I go I tend to play a lot of leads in the front position. And if I go into the front position and I'm on 7 where I started, and I roll it up, right? So it's got some pretty good. There's no doubt about it. So if you go to the middle position, you stay at 7. You know, it's all dependent upon, you know, where you have your guitar volume and all that shit. But if I'm gonna play lead and I want a little bit of crunch in the middle position, I'll roll the volume up there. I take both volumes to 10. It gets the sound I want. Plus, if you're into the, I don't know, the woman tone, you know, the Clapton thing where you go into treble. It does that. I mean, that's the guitar thing, but it'll emulate that pretty good. But again, I'm usually sticking around 4 to 5 to 6 on the rhythm tone, and 3, 4, or 5 on the treble tone. The other thing, what's cool about this amp is you can jump these channels, right? So you can take these channels and jump them like this. And I'm in the, let's see, let me roll that. I'm in the 1 position. I'll stick at that volume. Now watch when I bring up the 2nd volume. So you can get some pretty good push out of that. If you bring up the channel you're in. So jumping it gets it too, and you can dime them both out, you know, I mean, or you can run just on, here's the milder gain, and then you can bring up the 2nd volume. treble. There's treble tagged there. I do not have the volumes up all the way on the guitar. Both volumes are, well, no. Both one input's at 6, one input's at 7, and the guitar middle position, I'll bring the treble up. So, you know, there you have it. I think I got this one pushing about 15 watts or so. And shit like that. It's running 6V6s with a balanced, with a AX7 or AX7 on the first stage and a balanced phase inverter tube. And two V6s. All, I don't know, man. I think they're, I can't remember what kind of tubes. Oh, JJ. It's got a GZ30 rectifier. So while we're at it, here's a tour of the music room. It's all happening here. So I hope that gave you somewhat of a feel for the amp if you're interested.